Imagine spending decades behind bars, every single day a monotonous cycle of concrete and steel. Then, one night, a whisper of freedom turns into a meticulously crafted engineering marvel designed to escape the inescapable. But at what cost? In 1962, three men vanished from Alcatraz, a prison fortress declared escape-proof, leaving behind a chilling riddle that has puzzled the world for over 60 years. Did they achieve the impossible, or did the icy, unforgiving waters of San Francisco Bay claim them forever, leaving an open loop of mystery that continues to haunt us? To truly grasp the audacity of what these men attempted, we need to understand Alcatraz itself. Nicknamed The Rock, this island prison, operational from 1934 to 1963, was designed to hold America's most dangerous and incorrigible criminals. We're talking Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly, and Whitey Bulger. Its isolation, the frigid currents, and the watchful eyes of a highly trained guard force made any escape seem suicidal. The prison's official stance was that no one had ever successfully escaped and lived to tell the tale. They were confident, perhaps overly so. Every cell was cast from reinforced concrete, every window barred, every corridor patrolled. The cold, dark waters surrounding the island were rumored to be teeming with sharks, a psychological deterrent as much as the factual currents. The psychological toll of Alcatraz was immense, forcing even the most hardened criminals into submission, or so they believed. The daily routine was a soul-crushing exercise in dehumanization, designed to break spirits, not to entertain escape fantasies. But for some, the desire for freedom, however slim the chances, outweighed the certainty of a slow, agonizing demise within those walls. Now let's turn our attention to the architects of this improbable escape, Frank Morris, a man of reportedly superior intelligence and a history of breaking out of other prisons, and the Anglin brothers, John and Clarence. These were no ordinary criminals. They were escape artists with a relentless drive for liberty. Their plan, conceived over months, even years, was a masterpiece of ingenuity and sheer willpower. Their tools, spoons, forks, stolen nail clippers, and a makeshift drill fashioned from a vacuum cleaner motor. With these crude implements, they began to chip away at the ventilation grates in their cells. Imagine the sound, or rather the lack thereof. They had to be silent, strategic, chipping away during the noisy musical hour or when the guards were furthest away. Each night they'd meticulously remove a small amount of concrete, then carefully recover the hole with painted cardboard to fool the casual glance of a patrolling officer. The level of detail was astounding. They created dummy heads from soap, toilet paper, and real human hair stolen from the barber shop. These gruesome, lifelike effigies would be placed in their beds, carefully covered with blankets, to buy them precious hours after they had slipped away. They even constructed an inflatable raft, again from stolen raincoats, carefully stitched together using stolen adhesive and fashion paddles from scrap wood. The sheer audacity of these preparations, carried out under the very noses of the most vigilant guards in the federal prison system, borders on the unbelievable. They meticulously planned every stage, from the moment they breached their cells to the theoretical moment they reached land. This wasn't a desperate, spur-of-the-moment decision. It was a cold, calculated engineering project of freedom. The night of June 11, 1962 arrived, a night that would etch itself into the annals of criminal history. With their dummy heads in place, the three men, Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin, slipped through the ventilation shafts they had spent months widening. They clambered through a utility corridor, a hidden space running behind the cell blocks, and then ascended a drain pipe to the roof. From there, they climbed down a prison smokestack, a perilous descent in the dark, and made their way to the northeastern shore of the island. It was here, in the cold embrace of the San Francisco Bay, that they launched their makeshift raft, a flimsy collection of rubberized fabric and stolen raincoats, into the treacherous currents. The alarm wasn't raised until the next morning during the 5:30 a.m. count, when the dummy heads were discovered. Chaos erupted. A massive manhunt was immediately launched, involving the FBI, the Coast Guard, and local law enforcement. For days, the bay was scoured, every island and shoreline inspected. Life rafts, paddles, and personal effects believed to belong to the escapees were found in the water, but no trace of the men themselves. The official stance was that the men had drowned, their bodies swept out to sea. But the lack of bodies fueled a different narrative. How could 3 men, supposedly ill-equipped for the bay's currents, simply vanish without a trace? The Coast Guard estimated the waters to be around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, enough to induce hypothermia in minutes. The currents were strong, sweeping anyone unlucky enough to fall in towards the open ocean, yet no bodies were ever recovered. It's a chilling reminder of the bay's power, a natural fortress more formidable than any concrete wall. To this day, the ultimate fate of Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers remains one of the most enduring mysteries in American history. Did they survive? Or did the unforgiving waters of San Francisco Bay claim them as its own, leaving behind only whispers and unanswered questions? Many theories have emerged over the decades. Some believe they drowned, pulled under by the powerful currents, or succumbing to hypothermia. The finding of a paddle and a raft piece supports this claim, suggesting their crude vessel may have failed. Others, however, believe they made it. There have been alleged sightings over the years, cryptic postcards, and stories from family members claiming contact. A picture of 2 men resembling the Anglin brothers emerged in 2013, supposedly taken in Brazil in 1975. Could they have really pulled off the impossible, disappearing into the shadows of the world? The FBI officially closed their case in 1979, passing it to the U.S. Marshal Service, who continue to pursue leads to this day. The very fact that the case remains open decades later speaks volumes about the enduring ambiguity surrounding their disappearance. It leaves us with a lingering sense of unease, a testament to the unyielding human desire for freedom, and the chilling possibility that even the most impenetrable fortresses can be outsmarted. We may never know the full truth of what happened that cold June night, and perhaps that's part of its enduring allure. If you want more spine-tingling tales of human ingenuity against overwhelming odds, the next video explores the true story behind the daring escape from Papillon's Devil's Island, another prison declared unescapable but with an even more shocking twist.